You're watching Better.tv.
Well, the home has always been an essential part of the coverage in Ladies Home Journal. From tips on washing machines to how to utilize a new space, Ladies Home Journal has really covered it all. And here to tell us about the whole saga about the changes is home editor of Ladies Home Journal, Kieran DeTullio. Welcome back, Kieran.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start back in 1889. The editor-in-chief, Edward Bach, at the time, correct?
Yes.
He thought that over-furnishings in homes actually made women have nervous breakdowns.
That's what he said. He was a real architecture buff, and he had really thought that American homes had gotten overstuffed, over-decorated, and was really pushing for this simplifying of family homes and clearing it out, making it simple and beautiful.
Okay.
And to that end, LHJ started publishing home plans that were professional architect plans that readers could buy for a very modest cost and build with a local builder for a really modest sum. And they were beautiful and they were simple.
And helping people along, right?
Yeah, and they were really about using space in the way that you live in your home and utilizing it.
Speaking of which, from 1900 on, the magazine really supported one room in particular that we now all use called the living room. Wasn't always called the living room.
No. Before then, in the 1800s, the parlor, the drawing room, these were rooms that were in every house, and nobody used them. The only times that they were used really were maybe Sunday after church, but also for the parlor was also used for laying out the bodies of family members after they had passed before burial.
Wow.
So they had very somber connotations, and Bach said, get rid of that. If you're not using it, turn it into a space where people live as opposed to die. So let's make the living room. So we never published a plan without a living room the whole 60 years.
It's a funeral parlor. That just clicked and made sense. All right, from the 1920s on or so, the live-in servant tradition was kind of falling by the wayside. People were losing their servants, and the magazine really tried to help women cope with not having any more help.
And with sort of moving into this automated housekeeping where refrigerators, electric grills, washing machines were sort of coming about, and that really was making people change the way that they sort of laid out their kitchen and used their space.
Speaking of which, like the islands that women use in the kitchen, it was kind of sparked by discussion.
We talked about that a lot in there, and we also talked about combining the kitchen, dining room, and living room to make what we now call the great room, and that was kind of a really new concept back then.
If you could compare how Ladies Home Journal viewed the home and talked about the home then versus now, what would you say?
You know, it's not that different. We're really pushing for families to live in their homes, to be comfortable in their homes, to use the space as they have it, and to really create a gathering space that's fresh and comfortable and colorful, and by no means precious or over-decorated.
Either way you look at it, a home is a home, right? Make it your home. Thank you so much, Kieran. I appreciate it. And if you want to get more information on how the home has evolved through the years, be sure to pick up the June issue of Ladies Home Journal.